Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking it out. It's another Switch video after just doing a Switch video on Tuesday. But Tuesday was, that game I think is on other platforms, if I remember right. It just happened to be the one I got was on the Switch, so technically I guess, yeah. So I thought this one would be, what am I playing on the Switch? I haven't done a Switch video since I did a racing video for it. I did like favorite 10 racers. I never do a top, like a top 10. I just do, these are like 10 games that I like. And that video sucked. It sucked so bad. I think I got like 200 views altogether. But to me it was good. A lot of cool racing titles that were in there, but it flopped. And that's how it goes, man. That's the name of the YouTube game, my friends. But yeah, I don't know. I just picked like 10 more games that I'm playing right now that I'm playing and loving on the Nintendo Switch at the moment. So just thought maybe I'd share them. Let me know in the comments if you guys are playing anything epic on the Switch right now as well. I'd love to hear from you all in the comments. That's like the best part of this channel, man. It's just talking to everybody because I'm kind of a hermit. I don't really get out much. When I do, I'm like eager to go back to hiding. So it's like nice to just kind of hide behind this camera and the phone and or computer to talk to people. Yeah, let's take a look at some Switch games I'm playing, and as always, thanks for watching. Alright, let's get into it with Gas Guzzler's Extreme. Combat racing game that was originally released for Microsoft Windows in 2013, and then this would later get onto the Switch in 2021. I never heard about this before, never seen it. I was scrolling through Amazon and I said, ooh, what is this? Mario Kart on steroids, so had to try it out. You win by racing, shooting your way across 7 types of races. There's 40 tracks and 8 different arenas. You have 12 different types of weapons and 18 vehicles to unlock and race. As you can see, I got this little Fiat? I don't know what it is. This is the car you start with. But yeah, this is an interesting one. I, again, never heard of it before. Combat racing, that's what they had me at, so I kind of had to give it a go. Pretty fun. It's not going to blow you away. This is probably nothing new you've ever played. This is a regurgitated theme throughout most of these combat style racing games, but I got it for, I think, 20 bucks, so maybe worth your time. Be curious to see the upgraded vehicles as I advance. I play this from time to time, so alright, that's enough of that. From Premium Edition Games, here comes a robot named Fight. This is how they describe it as a robot named Fight puts you in the role of an anonymous robot defending a robot city under siege by grotesque meat beasts. That's right, meat beasts. In any of the 4 billion unique runs, discover randomized items to traverse deeper beneath the surface and gain the powers you need to defeat the Mega Beast. Be careful though, death is forever in this roguelike Metroidvania style game. And yeah, that's pretty much what you're getting here. You're getting that kind of, obviously, Metroid feel. You can see like the little Metroid bubbles like from Super Metroid. And I got the little arm cannon going there. It's fun. It's extremely hard. Probably one of the toughest games I've played, but I enjoy it a lot. IO Premium Edition Games, little shout out. They were the first people to let me review a game, which I did Super Blood Hockey a while back. So yeah, I'm a fan of their stuff, and not because of that. Just it's good to see that places like this, companies like this, keeping physical media alive. So there's one for you to check out if you get a chance. You can download it digitally. I was able to get the Steelbook edition one. It's really nice. Well, there's that classic terrible Rob we've come to love and watch. Worst game player on YouTube. Whee! Little pink things reminded me of Alien Syndrome. The ones on the ground. Snoochie Boochies, retro believers. It is Jay and Silent Bob Maul Brawl. This is a nod to the 8-bit NES style beat 'em ups from back in the day, which a lot of you may love. I do. This one's incredibly tough as well. I have yet to finish this one. I die a lot. But there is 9 chapters in this one. 8 of them take place in the mall itself. The last one takes our heroes to the quick stop. Use all kinds of combos, weapons, and dash attacks to survive to the end of this. So yeah, that's pretty fun. I mean, I'm a big fan of Jay and Silent Bob, so especially Mallrats. This is Mallrats right here. So you got the truth or date going on. They do eventually make it up to the comic book shop. I think that's level 7, 8, I'm not sure. You can actually find there is a nod to Stan Lee in that level too, which is kind of cool. So, and yeah, you can switch in and out. If you're getting run down like Bob is here, you can switch out to Jay. And this is for Brody. Take that, Easter Bunny. The only problem I had with this was turning around quickly enough, but other than that... Shall I call you Logan? Call me Wolverine! You see right there, Jay's demonstrating his adamantium rage. This is definitely a fun one though. You can get it physical or digital, so whichever you prefer. Here's one I didn't know about either. This one I found out through N Squared podcast. Old Nerdy Nick, Rocky Castro, the big giant. He could smash my skull into oblivion. But he's a gentle giant. He's got a really good channel too. And he's a good dude. But yeah, he had this in his Games of Summer video. And I was like, wow, look at this. This is kind of a nod to Wave Race. This is Aquamoto racing Utopia. Originally a Wii U title, ported then to the Switch, as you see. and is a sequel to Aquamoto Racing 3D. This is basically a beefed up 3DS port. The roots of this game actually was a smartphone game. Kind of still looks a little smartphony, but it's decent. It's fun. I wouldn't have paid full price for this, and luckily I didn't. I got it on sale. I think this runs though for $39.99, so I would wait if you can get it for sale again. So you've got championship mode, straight racing, but if that's not your thing though, they've got some mini games in here that are pretty fun, like Aquamoto Hockey, Keep the Flag, King of the Hill, and Duckling Mama. So also there's some online play too, if that's your thing. But yeah, I don't know, if you're missing out on Wave Race, you don't own Wave Race, maybe you longing for the days of something like it, here you go. Here's me, of course, going the wrong way. For whatever reason, they praise me, so sometimes it's good to be dumb.
You're out.
Yeah, yep. All right. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. This actually came out a year ago, so I thought I'd revisit it, take a look at it again. It's a weird story if you don't know. You're basically decapitated by a vinyl record. I'm just giving you the short here, the short skinny. Awaken with a cybernetic head, and you're looking to get your original head back, which for whatever reason is being preserved. Anywho, it's an homage to Jet Set Radio, which I'm a huge fan of. It uses the same style of cel-shaded graphics as you can see here. It's got some good music, and basically you're a member of a youth gang, the Bomb Rush crew, using your inline skates. There's also skateboards and bicycles here. Clearly I'm on a skateboard, so... And you're traversing the fictional city of New Amsterdam. And you're spraying graffiti, challenging rival gangs, and evading authorities to control all 5 boroughs of the city. So, yeah, not a lot I showed in this clip, really. I think I tagged one wall, just kind of showing around the graphics and the skating. A lot of tricks you can pull off. I don't know, I mean, we all long for the past sometimes, and I can see what they're trying to do here. It's a good game, but I don't know. Nothing to me is going to replace the original, of course, for me. Especially on the Xbox and Dreamcast. I don't know. Those jet sets and jet grinds, man, were just... I don't know. They hold a special place for me, so... I appreciate this game. I appreciate what they were doing. Definitely worth a go. If you want to get your head back. Here's me trying to spray paint something I think I already painted, so... Stupid Rob. Alright, so I try to throw out some interesting titles in most of my videos, but every now and then I gotta go back to the, you know, what's, I guess, popular. Luigi's Mansion 2, Dark Moon. I never got to play this on the 3DS port. I know my son did. My son beat it religiously, and then he was able to play this again on the Switch. Knew where everything was. He's been breezing through it. I'm not, however, because I bounce around too much, and I mostly play the Switch at night. So, but this is a sequel to 2001's Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. King Boo is loose, Mario is missing. Our hero Luigi needs to, of course, capture Ghost with his vacuum, and with the help of Professor Egad, he will seek out and recover pieces of the Dark Moon, recapture King Boo, and restore peace to Evershade Valley. Huge fan of the series. I love all of them. I have all of them, so it was really cool to see this ported to the Switch. Definitely enjoying it. Going into yet another Halloween-themed game here as we're getting closer to that month. This is Haunted Halloween 86, The Curse of Possum Hollow. This is from Retrotainment Games. Takes place on, of course, Halloween 1986. In the once quiet town of Possum Hollow, two 11-year-old kids are gearing up for some Halloween hijinks before a fun-filled night of trick-or-treating. Donnie and Tammy venture up to the old farmhouse where Harry, the crazy old farmer, suddenly thrusts them into a nightmare. Now trapped deep in his dungeon on a pile of bones, they must break out and find their way back home. They will face hordes of heinous haunts, monstrous bosses, and environmental hazards as they make their way through the various landscapes of Possum Hollow. They will fight to save their town from the curse that plagues it. Dun dun dun! Yeah, I like this game. I actually got this digital download at Korg's. I was at Korg's this year. I met the people at Retrotainment, and I think this was like a $5 card or something. You bring the card home, you download it, and here you go. I love the classic NES look to it. It's a fun platformer. This one you can get also digitally. And again, with that spooky season coming up, couple of games on the list that may or may not be featured again in October. I do like to do Halloween vids, and I will be doing some Christmas stuff. It's my classic go-to move in fighting games also. I just crouch and continually kick. It's cowardly, I know. But a lot of times it works. Unless you run right into them, then. I'm pretty sure these are the same people who also made the Garbage Pail Kids game, which I also have as well. I've yet to feature that one, but I feel like enough people have covered that one, but... oh well, who cares? Maybe I'll do it anyways, right? Yeah, I don't think I could beat these guys. Nothing was working, so I just jumped over them. Alright. Some Serious Sam. This is a Serious Sam collection. Consists of several Serious Sam games. It's like they want you to be tongue-tied. Comes with the 4 titles available to download, such as Serious Sam HD The First Encounter, Serious Sam HD The Second Encounter, with DLC, Serious Sam 3 BFE with DLC included, and Serious Sam Double D XXL. Calm down at home. But you are the legendary action hero Sam Serious Stone, and you will visit the ruins of ancient Egypt. Roam through the vivid arenas of South America while fighting seemingly never-ending hordes of enemies using an extremely destructive arsenal including shotguns, heavy lasers, rocket launchers, a huge cannon, and an iconic minigun. I don't know, you have to let me know if some of you are fans of the Serious Sam series. I like them. I like shooters. I've been trying to stock up a lot of FPS games on the Switch. They're one of my favorite go-to games that are racing, so this is nice to have. I got it really cheap too, digital download, so I would have preferred to have it physically, but sometimes you're just like, eh.
Yourself. Uh-oh.
This is where things turned Terribly tragic for me. Many exploding men came running at me. That's what makes this game fun now. It's another one I've been getting into, Dying Light. You are an undercover agent named Kyle Crane, set to infiltrate a quarantine zone in a fictional Middle Eastern city called Haran, where a mysterious viral outbreak has turned most of the population into hyper-aggressive, zombie-like creatures, forcing Haran's Ministry of Public Defense to quarantine parts of the city. The global relief effort, GRE, assists survivors still trapped in the city by regularly airdropping supplies. Our boy Crane here gets dropped in to find Kadar Ruiz-Swillman, a political figure gone rogue who has a file that contains vital data on the virus, which could potentially lead to a cure. When Crane arrives, he must decide between completing his mission or helping the survivors. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's they put a lot of parkour in there and really stress that, you know, that phrase a lot in the game, and okay, we get it. But yeah, you will use a lot of elements of that to jump, and you want to sometimes stay above the high, like, and be in the high ground if you can. Here, though, running works. I run a lot in this game, and if I'm not running, I'm on top of something else. So, but I'm really liking this game. It's the first time I played it. I know this is multi-platform. It's across other platforms. So, but I'm always trying to add new stuff to the Switch because it's something I really like having. It's my go-to system at night when I'm not in my game house. So. Alright, I've been getting back into shmups again lately, and this is Vasara, I believe you say it. This takes place during the Sengoku period, during Tokugawa's rise to power. Despite taking place in the 1600s, Vasara is filled to the brim with giant sword-wielding robots, skull tanks, flying battleships, decorated with demon heads, and many other enemy types, usually reserved for sci-fi shooters. There are 3 playable characters in this one, each specializing in different weapon and riding on a different hover bike. All 3 of them plan on crushing Ieyasu Tokugawa and his forces for their own reasons. As you can see there's a three individuals you can choose. I went with the old blue guy there. I have their names, but yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this is what they call bullet hell, though. This is just relentless pain. I like it. I wish the screen was a little bigger. Having it so small in the center there like that. There's not options to expand it any, so, but whatever. That's one stupid gripe from a stupid YouTuber, so. And this collection has both Vasaras, so I will talk about the second one here. Vasara 2. We'll get into, but the story of that one is also, this is actually set before the first one here. So Vasara 2 is actually a prequel, and none of the characters from the first game return. There are obviously similarities, and each of the new playable characters has his or her unique feel that makes the game feel a bit different from the first. Oda Nongo is the villain in this game and is aiming to take over Japan. It is up to the 5 of the most powerful warriors to stop him. It's morphin' time. No, not those warriors. But yeah, if you're a fan of shmups, shoot 'em ups, this is definitely one to check out. Sounds amazing. Just again, ridiculously hard. Yeah, I actually made it a little farther in this one than I did the first one, which for a video by me is unheard of to me, to not die all the way before the clip ends. So But yeah, I think I get to the boss here and actually beat the boss. So, whereas you saw in the last one, I died and no, I cut that out. I think I cut that out. Sorry. In the first one, I didn't make it. There was a continue feature, and I just went to this game to get footage. So. Yeah, I've yet to this day have not made a video where I haven't made a mistake. So, and I make it towards the end here. Make it towards the end where I merged the clip a little bit incorrectly and cut out a little bit of the clip I wanted to show, and just showing this part here instead, and trying to cover both games. And maybe you'll notice, maybe you wouldn't have if I hadn't said anything. I don't know. Sometimes maybe I should just shut up. All right, that's my my current selection of Switch games I am playing right now and loving them. Love, such a strong word for a video game. Yeah, I don't know. Again, let me know what you think. Big shout out to my friends at the Game Beaters. I don't know if you guys follow their channel, but it's shameless plug time in the video where I plug my friends because I want people to succeed. And the Game Beaters are good dudes, man. I met them in Milwaukee finally in person. I always support their streams on Tuesday nights, and they just came out. They're a band, dude. They were like a band first, and it's Woos, and yeah, I backed them on their Kickstarter. I got an awesome T-shirt. Got their cool CD, Primus Americana. They signed it. Awesome guys, though, man. And I told them, I was like, dude, if I get a shirt, man, I'm gonna put it in a video. So here it is. Here is the Woos. So yeah, check them out, man. If you went to high school like in the 90s like I did, and you're big on like alt rock, grunge, that kind of scene, so to speak, man, this is a band for you. So but yeah, check them out. Thanks for listening to that. I'd like to just, like I said, help other people when I can. And man, as always, I appreciate you all watching the crap I put out. I put out some jank stuff, man, but you guys are awesome. I appreciate the support. And I'll see you on the next vid, which I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, take care.